Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everybody to the March 5th, 2025 DPW committee meeting. If you could all please stand if you're able and join me in the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have roll call, please?
Mr. Fanton, Mr. Demick,
Here.
Mr. Barnes,
Present.
Mr. Curran,
Here.
Mr. Healy,
Here.
Mr. Stockin, Mr. Harris. 5 present, 1 absent.
Thank you. Looking for approval of the minutes for February 5th, 2025.
Healy will move it.
Stocking.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Mr. Dean Scholes, give us a highway update.
Good afternoon, everybody. Tom Windus is not able to join us today. He's away from work, so I'll do the best that I can, and please be nice to me. We've had some, I want to share with the committee that we had some last-minute updates to our agenda, so if my agenda doesn't match yours, point me in the right direction, Fred, and I'll try to catch up. And with those last-minute additions, I'd like to thank the Treasurer's Office, Brenda's office, and our office for help getting these things, squeezing these things in late, so I appreciate it. So I'll start with capital updates. We bid materials. It's an annual thing that we do, bid materials. We open those on March 21st and the 28th, and we intend to present our recommendations for awards to the committee in April. The County Route 36 bridge is progressing well, and I believe our crews are driving pilings this week. County Route 31 bridge rehab is out for bid. That closes March 20th. And surveys and mapping are complete for County Route 15A culvert and County Route 49 bridge. And last but not least, Tom and I have signed quite a few special hauling permits for beams to be hauled to the County Route 26 bridge in Belfast. I took a peek last night around 6:30. I was cruising through town, and I think they've got 4 sets. So real progress is being made there, so we're pleased to report that. Any questions on the capital projects? If not, I'll move to the next item. Department of Public Works requests a resolution to transfer the following for a new cover on our salt storage building at County Route 48. It'd be D5110.408 to DM 5130.412 in the amount of $28,514.
Can we get a motion on that?
Healy will move it.
Barnes, second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Public Works requests a resolution to purchase one 2025 Felling lowboy trailer from Tracy Road. In the backup paperwork that I hope you have, it's $157,990, but we are trading in a lowboy with a credit of $63,000. So the purchase price is $94,990, and that is on a current Sourcewell contract. That's from Tracy Road.
We get a motion for that?
Stocking.
Barnes, second.
Any discussion?
Yes.
Mr. Barnes?
Is this just a replacement, or is it larger or smaller?
Yes, it's a larger lowboy to accommodate some larger equipment that we have and some that is on in our equipment that's on our equipment replacement plan. This one's a little bit narrower, can't quite handle the weight that for some of the machinery that we have and anticipate to request to purchase in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Public Works requests permission to award and purchase a new Midland road widener from Stevenson Equipment. This was a bid. Stevenson Equipment was our sole bidder. The purchase price is $139,830, and it is in our budget.
We get a motion?
Hilliard will move it.
Curran, second. Any discussion? Mr. Barnes? Oh, Mr. Healy, go ahead.
Correctly, there's a road widener.
Well, Fred can explain it better than me, but yeah. Get a lot more mileage out of our pavement. Fred, if I'm correct, once the material comes out of the truck, it widens it so you can make a wider lane.
It follows a truck. It's hooked to, this machine is hooked to a loader, and what it is like shoulder back up. So like when they put blacktop down, you got 2-3 inch drop off. That fills that in and makes it safer. It can extend out, 2 to 4 feet. Basically, it just fills it in with good packing material.
So it's a, make the road safer and
Yep, and take care of the shoulders.
quicker to do.
A lot easier to do it by hand.
That's for sure. Right. Mr. Healy?
Thank you. So both this and the previous MOE, those items are available to our municipalities, the towns, and the villages to use.
That's correct.
Right?
That's
So
correct.
part of the services we provide those municipalities.
Yep. And like the lowboy, for example, if they had a dump truck go down or something like that, and it needs to go to Buffalo, we pick it up and haul it for them.
Yeah, we all work
And the
well
right-
together. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed? And that's carried.
Okay, next request, Public Works Department requests permission to hire up to 19 seasonal help. The hourly wage is incorrect. The actual wage is $15.50. We'd like to hire 19 summer help, and they assist with our bridge crews, all of our highway crews, buildings and grounds, solid waste, engineering also.
All right. Can we get a motion for that?
Hilliard will make the motion. As amended to $15.50 an hour.
Thank you.
Curran seconds? Yep. Discussion?
Just like to say, I think this has been a very successful program. At the time of year when it's our peak need for our regular employees to be out there and be doing road work and bridge work and everything else that they're required to do is always the most demand is in the warmer weather, and this allows them some extra help so that they can freeze them up from some of the other more menial jobs that we have, and this also provides some income to our students that are going to school. So, thank you.
Very well put. I appreciate it. They're very valuable to us.
Very much. Mr. Barnes?
What's the youngest age, 16 or 18 or?
We have on occasion, just by the way their birthdays fall, we have hired when they're 17, they'll turn 18. They can't operate a county vehicle until they're 18. So that's the minimum is 18 is best, if they're turning while they're employed with us, they just have that limitation. And there was a time when it was going into the college or going into the military, we changed that criteria a few years ago to make sure that we were getting folks that wanted to go into the trades as well. So it's open to everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Thank you. And last, under Highway, requesting permission to create and fill in all subsequent positions an accountant position. And we will be abolishing a fiscal manager title. And the accountant, in order to accomplish this, we're abolishing the fiscal manager so that we can keep an accountant and hire another accountant.
Can we get a motion? Second.
Hilliard.
Healy seconds. Discussion. I just want to verify that you and Tom are good with us.
We are, and
Okay.
we visited in-house with our staff, and yes, we're good.
Okay, appreciate that. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Thank you. Next is solid waste. I don't have anything special to report. They do work hard every single day. They've come to me with, they've got some ideas to make our operations more efficient, and we may be coming to the committee in the next 2 or 3 months with some ideas that they've come up with. Shane Robbins is our new supervisor, is doing a fantastic job, and all of the staff out there have helped him out, so I'd like to acknowledge that in the solid
Great.
waste division.
Thank you.
Buildings and grounds, or is there any questions with solid waste? I would like to mention also, I should have put on here, that the treasurer's office is working with us to, for customers to purchase residential waste tags. Customers can purchase them at the treasurer's office, or at the scale house, or at the town of Wellsville clerk's office. So if hopefully folks are listening today, please visit the treasurer's office, town of Wellsville clerk's office, or the scale house.
Now, can they purchase them online also?
Thank you, Mr. Healy. Yes, they can, through Express Pay. They can get on our website, and there'll be some drop-down boxes, and they can purchase them online with their card. I appreciate you bringing that up.
Thank you.
Anything else for solid waste? All right, buildings and grounds. This is one of those last-minute items. No, not this one, another one. The Department of Public Works requests the preparation of a resolution authorizing the chairman of the board to sign an agreement with Train, Inc., out of Buffalo. This is a continuation of service for HVAC equipment coverage at the Allegheny County Jail for the year 2025. The contract terms run from January 25 to December 31 of 25 for $4,890.
We get a motion?
Second.
Healy?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Appreciate that. The next item on the agenda is to create and fill a janitor position. This is, we appreciate HR's help. This is more to tidy up paperwork. We have 2 cleaner titles on our org chart. We are not going to fill a second cleaner slot that we have. We created an additional janitor position. So what we're doing is basically abolishing 1 cleaner title to accommodate that janitor position that you gave us permission to create and fill.
We get a motion on that?
Barnes.
Kern. Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
All right, this one was a last-minute item that, again, I appreciate everybody's help with. The Department of Public Works requests permission to prepare a resolution authorizing the chairman of the board to sign an agreement with Stark Tech, located in Buffalo. This agreement would be for the installation of a fire alarm and fire monitoring system for the new Conflict Defenders Office, located on Willits Avenue. Installation for the service is $20,630, and the annual monitoring fee is $670. Installation will be completed in the next few months. Then Stark, if you'll recall, is installing the new system at this campus. So it'd be a matching product that we have.
I'll move it for discussion.
We get a second?
Barnes.
Okay, discussion.
The funds for this are coming out of the state, paid for by the state, is that correct? Or not?
Yeah, I visited with Terry about this a little bit, and I'd prefer that she answer your question.
As you recall, this is a combination of funding sources. $700 and about $90,000 is coming from the state ILS, has to be spent by the end of March, and the balance of that money is coming from the county through either ARPA or other funds that we had. So this particular contract is really a change order, and I apologize that I'm coughing, but it's really a change order. There will probably be more change orders as we come through before this building is complete. So upon completion, we'll see if there is enough money to cover this $20,000. If there isn't, we'll work it into a bundle to come back to you to see if we have to have more money or not. We're hoping it can be absorbed and we don't need to come back to you with the
Thank you.
funding we already have.
I appreciate that, Terry.
Yep, you're welcome.
Any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not yelling at you, Dean.
All good.
I'm not happy with Hunt. We paid them how much money to do this, tell us what we need down there. Full disclosure, I wasn't for it anyway, so I'm not happy. So shouldn't Hunt absorb some of this? Isn't there a contingency? I thought I saw a contingency in there. Let them take that out first before we dump another 20. And I'm not happy with that. Then they want more money to put their stamp on it.
Well, this isn't, I'll go through what Hunt prepared for us. I cannot tell you standing right here whether or not they had a recommendation for this or not, because it's a remodel of the project. So I don't know if Hunt had an obligation to say we needed it for what we're expending. I think it's a good investment, but this is to Stark and not Hunt. But I understand what you're saying. Because it's a remodel project, I'm not sure it was required, but I think it's a good idea.
Oh, I think it's a good idea. I'm just saying, we pay them tens of thousands. I don't know. We paid them a lot of money for
Yeah.
this $1 million project, and what's the next shoe to fall? They sold us, now we're
Yeah.
gonna be, what's going down the road? Do we have handicap accessible, or?
That's
is
all, that is
or
accommodated for.
Whatever, but,
Yeah, I understand what
I
you're
just,
saying.
guess I'm taking it out on Hunt. I think, we should have known. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. Not at you, though, Dean.
I understand, no offense taken. No, I
Okay.
get it, yep.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, yeah.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Thank you. Any questions for anything related to buildings and grounds that I can help with? If not, Mr. Chairman, weights and measures, nothing special to report. Routine work by Jordan. He's doing a great job. Unfinished business. I gotta dig out get rid of some backups that I had here. So dedication of County Route 26, local bridge 0807 in the town of Belfast. This was added recently. Public Works requests a resolution to dedicate County Road 26, local bridge 0807 in the town of Belfast in honor of William A. Nichols, whose steadfast dedication and tireless service to the community spanned over 5 decades. Beginning his career as a motor equipment operator in 1968, Bill Nichols rose to the esteemed position of highway superintendent in 1976, a role in which he served with distinction. Throughout his career, Bill achieved significant milestones, including his election as highway superintendent in 1977 and his presidency of the Allegheny County Town Highway Superintendents Association in 1980 and 1981. His expertise earned statewide recognition when DOT Commissioner William Hennessy appointed him to the CHIPS Coordinating Committee in 1982, where he played a pivotal role in shaping critical program guidelines. Bill's leadership extended beyond Allegheny County. He served as president of the New York State Highway Superintendents Association and the Association of Towns of New York State in 2000. From 2002 to 2006, he continued his service as executive secretary and treasurer of the New York State Town Highway Superintendents Association, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to excellence in public administration. In 2004, Bill was appointed to the Association of Towns Emergency Services Task Force, highlighting his proactive approach to addressing community needs. Additionally, his longstanding service on the Association of Towns Resolutions Committee from 2001 to present exemplified his dedication to advocacy and collaboration. Bill Nichols' legacy of leadership, service, and commitment to public welfare will endure, guiding future generations. This dedication serves as a lasting tribute to his profound impact on Belfast and the broader community.
I would like to make a motion to accept that. If I could get a second.
Second, Stockton.
Okay, discussion? I'd just like to add that we all received an email from the county administrator, just with some information about this. Not to confuse this with a town bridge, this is actually a county bridge on a county road. So we're gonna move this forward, or work to move this forward, and take it to the full board, and if we have to have more discussion at that time, we will. Any other discussion?
Mr. Demmett?
Jan?
My concern with this is that I think that we need something that says that if we don't have this information by the day before a committee meeting, it gets postponed until next. We received this at like 11-something this morning, so unless you're sitting by your computer reading all your emails constantly, you wouldn't have even known it had come through and been added to the committee. And this seems to be an ongoing problem. We've discussed it before. So I really think that we need to have some kind of rule that says if you don't get it to Brenda's office by the day before or whatever, it gets postponed until the next committee meeting.
Right.
Nobody's had time to even, unless Krista had sent us that information. So that's just my
Right.
opinion. Thanks.
And I don't disagree. I'll just say that I think we had a discussion after our last Public Works meeting that this was supposed to be on the agenda and wasn't noticed that it wasn't on there until last minute. Otherwise, it would have been there. But I just didn't think we should wait any longer. If the bridge gets done and we're not prepared, then we're not going to look very well. But no, I don't disagree. Thank you, though, Jan. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that is carried.
Buildings and Grounds capital update, Conflict Defender's Office, although chaotic, is moving along very well. All of the disciplines are there, heating, HVAC, plumbing, electric, general contracting are all working hard. Hunt has been diligent to help staying on top of the project. We meet every other week on site. Well, that'll happen tomorrow. And then the following week, we meet virtually. As it stands, we still believe that we are on target to hit our completion date of April, May-ish, with keeping funding sources in mind for the work that needs to be done in a more timely fashion. So glad to report that that's on progress, or on schedule, I apologize. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. 55 Chamberlain, I'll keep this short and sweet. They're in. IT helped out, and I'd like to thank our highway crews and Buildings and Grounds, especially Buildings and Grounds, to get these folks in. We're still helping them out, do a few things, but I'm sure we'll discuss 55 Chamberlain more during the Space Needs Committee. Okay? Roof project remains the same. We're 99% done. There's just some roof drains in the old rec yard of the jail that need to be taken care of. They weren't able to do that before weather turned poorly. And Stark Building Controls for fire alarm and monitoring is near completion. They've been testing the system this week. The last thing they need to do is get the elevators connected on campus, make sure they're tested, get approval by Otis, and they should be able to go live. We're hoping to be able to accomplish that in the next couple of weeks.
Good. Has anybody got anything else for Dean? If not, is there any new business? Go to the order. Motion to adjourn.
Barnes?
Ely?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And we are adjourned.